Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A Wilkes-Barre man has been taken into custody after police say he was involved in a stabbing on May 7th. According to police, Jamie Knights was wanted in connection to the murder of Scott Knox, who was stabbed multiple times in an alley near the Moffon Lodge in Wilkes-Barre. Court documents state that Justice Flannery and Scott Knox had been driving together when they went into the alley to meet Knights and 3 other men. Officers say Knox was confronted by all 5 men regarding a drug deal and was punched and stabbed multiple times before managing to flee the scene. Knights was taken into custody in Bath, New York on July 25th and extradited back to Luzerne County on July 29th. Knights is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility and has been denied bail. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for September 13th. The Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission will be hosting 2 public hearings on Thursday in West Hazleton. The hearings will be held at the Comfort Inn located at 58 State Route 93 and will discuss proposed rate increases for water and wastewater services. If granted, the rate increases would result in an approximately $16 or 20% increase on the monthly bill for the average consumer. The increases would also increase the annual operating revenues for Aqua Water and Aqua Wastewater by about 20%. The PUC is scheduled to make a final decision regarding the rate increases by February 22nd. The hearings will be held at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Thursday. Anyone wishing to testify during the hearings is asked to prepare their remarks beforehand and write out a formal statement that can be read. For additional information, you can visit www.puc.pa.gov. A man is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office for allegedly escaping from the Pyramid Ridgeview Rehabilitation Center. Michael Messinger was furloughed to the rehab center from the Carbon County Correctional Facility on judge's orders. However, Messinger reportedly fled the facility after only 24 hours. He now faces a felony charge of escape in addition to charges of criminal trespassing and resisting arrest. Officials believe Messinger may be in the Lehighton area. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. The public is reminded that anyone harboring or hiding Messinger may be charged with hindering the apprehension of a fugitive, which is a felony crime. Coming up on WYLN News, a man is wanted by Hazleton City Police. Plus, Woodbridge Healthcare Inc. announces the purchase of 3 local hospitals. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner. We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A man is wanted by the Hazleton City Police Department. Anthony Collin is wanted on charges of receiving stolen property, carrying a firearm without a license, evading arrest, and tampering with physical evidence. Police say the charges stem from an incident that occurred on July 18th at James Street Park in Hazleton. Collin is described as a Hispanic male with black hair and brown eyes. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs approximately 166 pounds. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911. Woodbridge Healthcare Inc. announced on Wednesday that a contract has been signed for the company to acquire Commonwealth Health. 3 main hospitals acquired under the agreement include the Wilkes-Barre General Hospital, the Regional Hospital of Scranton, and the Moses Taylor Hospital in Scranton. According to Woodbridge, the sale is scheduled to be finished by the end of 2024. The agreement also includes Commonwealth Health's emergency departments, imaging centers, laboratories, and walk-in clinics, among other facilities. Following the completion of the purchase, officials at Woodbridge say the health system will revert back to its original nonprofit status and resume local board representation. For additional information regarding Woodbridge Healthcare, you can visit their website at woodbridgehealthcare.org. First responders in the Cunningham area held their National Night Out event on Tuesday at Whispering Willows Park. The event included live music, tricky trays, and the opportunity to meet local police officers, firefighters, and EMS workers. For the kids, the event also featured crafts, food, and a small petting zoo with goats and rabbits. The event ran from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Coming up on St. Clair's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Jim Thorpe Part 3. Plus, we learn about video gate analysis on Wellness Wednesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Hi everybody. This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, I'm inviting Tyree Harris. He has an autistic son. He'll talk about that. He had neck fusion and how chiropractic could be gentle but still effective. So tune in this week.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
In addition to the Lehigh Valley Railroad, Mauch Chunk was also served by the Central Railroad of New Jersey, which had leased control of the Lehigh and Susquehanna Railroad through town in 1871. The CNJ built, in 1888, a beautiful Queen Anne-style train station for passenger service. The station, now in the National Register of Historic Places, is still in use today, offering rides on the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway and as a visitor center to the Pocono Mountains. For guests traveling to Mauch Chunk who want to get closer to nature, the Glenanoco Tavern opened in 1886 in the woods near Glenanoco Falls. Sources differ for whose idea the establishment was, with some attributing to the Lehigh Valley Railroad and others to a trio of Philadelphia investors. Whoever does deserve the credit, the tavern was renamed soon after to the Hotel Juanita. The name supposedly came from a member of the tribe of the fabled Princess Anoco, whom legend has it dove into her namesake falls in grief over the death of her lover. Both the Lehigh Valley Railroad and Central Railroad of New Jersey would ferry guests via trains that left every 15 minutes to the hotel, which was owned by brewery magnate Pius Schweibens, and which featured a dance pavilion, a baseball diamond, and an 84-foot bar. Then First Lady Frances Cleveland was among those who stayed there, as did John Philip Sousa. The Juanita was also for a time a popular spot for church and company picnics. The hotel, however, had some problems, including small capacity and difficulty for guests to get there in the winter. Thus, in its later decades, the Juanita drew less and less as tourists looked for more convenient places to vacation at, and its primary financial backer, Edward Sewers, resorted to forging railroad bonds in his mother's name to try and keep it open. The end for the Juanita came on April 27, 1911, when embers from a nearby forest fire landed on the hotel's roof and ignited it. The hotel was quickly consumed by the inferno, and once the flames were put out, it was declared a total loss. It was subsequently decided not to rebuild the Juanita afterwards. The remains of the Hotel Juanita were torn down in 1917, and its site is now thick woods today. The first Carbon County Courthouse at the former company store of Lehigh Coal Navigation, which the company had donated to the county after its founding. It served its role from 1843 until it burned down in the terrible fire of 1849. A second courthouse was built to replace it in 1850, designed in Greek Revival style, with the first cases there held in the fall that year. By the 1890s, it had started to become overcrowded and was dismantled. The third and current Carbon County Courthouse, designed by Herman Reeb in Romanesque style and modeled in part after Big Ben, finished construction on the site of its predecessor on April 27, 1893. It opened for business in May 1894 and remains in operation today, a crown jewel of the community. Trolley service in Mauch Chunk began in 1892 with the formation of the Carbon Transit Company. It initially ran across the Lehigh River between Mauch Chunk and East Mauch Chunk. Fatefully, as it was extended towards Lehighton, the line was built up to the top of nearby Flagstaff Mountain, so named for the large American flag hung from a tree on the peak by patriotic locals during the Civil War. In 1901, the company took advantage of the tremendous views that could be seen from the roof of the world and building an amusement park on the summit. In 1913, a ballroom was opened in Flagstaff as well, and it played host to such performing legends as Frank Sinatra, Benny Goodman, and Glenn Miller and the Dorsey Brothers over the years. Its popularity declined in the 1960s, and in 1987 it was proposed as a site for a walled city by a group of Hare Krishnas, but the proposal was defeated. Today the ballroom operates as Gallows Pub, open to receptions.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Attention, WYLN viewers. WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today, I am here at our Hazleton's Health and Wellness Center right here on Moisey Drive, and I am with Joe Gosick, who is one of our wonderful doctorate of physical therapy, and you have some other certifications too. What are they, Joe?
I do. I'm board certified in orthopedics as well as certified in the McKenzie method.
Oh, nice. So we are here to tell you about something it's not new, but it's newer to Hazleton, and we always like to get that out. So it's called VGA, which is virtual gait or video gait analysis, correct? So video gait analysis is something that a certain few of you here are able to perform on our patients that come here. So tell us a little bit about exactly what is it?
Yeah, so video gait analysis is a way for us to record and analyze the way people walk and run. So it's not just for the elderly or just for the youth who are athletes. It's really great for anybody who walks or runs, and whether they're having pain or if they just want to improve the way they're doing it, this is a great tool that can really help a very wide reach of people.
So you have someone and you're videotaping them walking, right, on a treadmill. And then you say you kind of like put it in slower motion so you can analyze, once again, hence the name, how their gait is. So what type of people would qualify for this? Because you said a little bit about, if you have pain and everything, but who actually qualifies?
Yeah, so you'd be surprised. There's a wide reach of people that this qualifies for. It's whether people are having pain in their hip, knee, or ankle, or even in their spine. We can analyze the way their joints are moving while they're running or walking and see where that issue is really coming from. And once we find that issue, then we really know how to treat it. There's also the population who is looking for performance improvement, just from a sporting perspective, to actually make them better at what they're doing. And that's something we can look into as well.
So if someone wanted to get this done, this VGA, where do they start? Who do they talk to first?
Yeah, so the best place to start is with your doctor. You do need a script for video gait analysis from your doctor. But once we have that, we're able to get you scheduled, and it's a pretty easy process to just set up an appointment from there.
Okay, so you get an appointment with a therapist. What is the first step? I mean, do they go right onto it? Do you do some other type of pre-assessment, if you will?
Yeah, so most of that is situational, and it depends on the nature of the injury. Some may require some therapy first if they were in a more severe injury, or if it's a more minor injury and we can jump right into it, it can be done that first visit if necessary. It really depends on the patient, and that's why the therapist is there to determine the appropriateness of when and how it should be used.
Okay, so you're saying injury, but I'm questioning, and maybe some of you are as well, I had a past injury from maybe 10 years ago that I just constantly have pain, and I've tried probably a lot of different things. Would I maybe qualify for this, even though it wasn't a most recent type of injury?
Yeah, recency isn't a major factor on this. It's more if it's affecting the way you walk or run.
Okay.
And that's where it really comes into play there.
Okay, so that's a good thing to know as well. How about ages? Like you were saying, it's not just for the young or the older, it's in between and everything?
All ages.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even if you had a child and maybe you thought they were kind of walking awkwardly or not, physically doing what you feel as a parent they should be doing appropriately, or no?
So with our real younger pediatrics, it's not quite as appropriate.
Okay.
It's not that we couldn't do it, but I think it probably from age 10 to 12 on is when it becomes more and more appropriate.
Okay, that's good to know as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Anything else you want to tell us about the VGA?
No, I think it's some really great technology that's new to our area, and I think it's going to prove as a great resource for our community.
Well, thank you, and all of our therapists here who are always improving your expertise in physical therapy, occupational speech therapy, making sure that our patients have the very best of what they can be provided. So thank you so much for that.
Awesome. Happy to help.
Thanks, and thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
You're watching WYLN TV 30.